For years, the Honda CR-V has built a reputation as one of the safest bets in the compact SUV market. It is practical, fuel-efficient, comfortable, and widely known for reliability. Families buy them for road trips, commuters rely on them for daily driving, and used car shoppers often see the CR-V as one of the smartest choices you can make. And to be fair, there is a lot the CR-V gets right. According to reliability data from sources like Consumer Reports, RepairPal, owner surveys, and long-term vehicle studies, the CR-V consistently ranks near the top of the compact SUV class for dependability and resale value. It is also one of the vehicles most likely to stay on the road for 200,000 miles or more with proper maintenance. But here is the thing. Even great vehicles are not perfect. When you look at owner complaints, reliability reports, recall data, and long-term ownership experiences, you start to notice a pattern. Certain CR-V problems show up repeatedly across multiple model years. Some are minor annoyances. Others can become expensive or frustrating issues if you are not aware of them before buying. And that is exactly what we are covering in this video. We are looking at 11 Honda CR-V problems that make this perfect family SUV a little less perfect. These come from owner reports, reliability studies, repair data, and known issue trends that used car buyers and CR-V owners should absolutely know about. And before we jump into the list, if you enjoy practical car buying advice, reliability breakdowns, and data-driven automotive content, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you do not miss future videos. We spent a great deal of time compiling accurate data, and with your help, we can keep improving. Now let's start the countdown. Problem number 1. Oil dilution in turbocharged 1.5-liter engines. One of the biggest issues that hurt the Honda CR-V's near-perfect reputation involves the 1.5-liter turbocharged engine found in newer model years, especially 2017 and 2018 CR-Vs. This engine was designed to improve fuel economy and keep the CR-V competitive in the compact SUV market. On paper, it made sense. Smaller turbo engines can deliver a good balance of efficiency and performance. But owners started reporting a problem that quickly became hard to ignore. In some vehicles, gasoline was mixing with the engine oil, a condition commonly known as oil dilution. Drivers noticed that the oil level was rising instead of dropping normally, and some also reported a noticeable fuel smell coming from the dipstick or oil cap. According to owner reports and reliability coverage from sources like Consumer Reports, this issue appeared more often in cold weather driving and short trip use, where the engine may not fully warm up long enough to burn off excess fuel. The concern here is simple. When fuel mixes with oil, the oil can lose some of its ability to properly lubricate the engine. Over time, that can raise concerns about long-term wear, even if the problem does not immediately cause engine failure. Honda responded with software updates and service actions aimed at improving engine warm-up behavior and reducing the likelihood of fuel building up in the oil. For used car buyers, this means one thing. If you are looking at a turbocharged CR-V, especially from the earlier years of that generation, check maintenance records and make sure any updates were completed. Because while the CR-V is still a strong family SUV overall, this issue is a reminder that even highly trusted vehicles can come with real ownership concerns. Problem number 2. Excessive transmission shuddering. A common issue reported by Honda CR-V owners, especially in models from 2015 to 2019, is an uncomfortable transmission shuddering problem. Many drivers describe a shuddering or jerking sensation when accelerating, particularly at low speeds or during light acceleration. This problem is most prevalent in the continuously variable transmission, or CVT, that these models use. That transmission is generally known for being fuel efficient and smooth, but owners and technicians suspect the issue is related to transmission fluid that degrades prematurely or does not meet the demands of certain driving conditions. When the transmission fluid becomes old or contaminated, it can no longer provide proper lubrication, causing transmission components to struggle during shifting. As a result, drivers notice the shuddering or jerking sensation. In more severe cases, the problem can worsen over time, leading to increased noise, slipping, or poor acceleration. Honda has acknowledged the issue and issued service bulletins recommending fluid flushing or replacement with higher quality fluid. Some vehicles may also need software updates to regulate shifting behavior. For anyone considering a used CR-V, it is essential to check whether the transmission fluid has been changed regularly and whether any repairs or software updates have been completed. A thorough test drive can reveal noticeable shuddering or hesitation. While the CR-V remains reliable overall, transmission shuddering is a reminder that even popular family SUVs can have specific vulnerabilities. Problem number 3. Premature brake wear. A common issue reported by Honda CR-V owners, especially in models from 2015 to 2018, is premature brake wear. While brake wear is a normal part of a vehicle's life, many CR-V owners report that their brake pads and rotors wear out faster than expected, often before reaching 30,000 miles. That is well below the typical 40,000 to 60,000 miles many vehicles reach before requiring new brake components. The issue is most common with front brake pads, with some owners needing replacements as early as 20,000 to 25,000 miles. In some cases, the brake rotors also show signs of wear, leading to additional repair costs. This problem is likely due to the design of the braking system, which can put heavier loads on the front brakes compared to other vehicles in the same class. It becomes more noticeable in stop-and-go traffic or on hilly terrain, which leads to faster brake wear. Some drivers also report hearing squealing or grinding noises before noticing any performance issues. These sounds are often early indicators that the brake pads are thinning and need attention. Honda has acknowledged the issue and issued service bulletins recommending the use of high-quality aftermarket brake pads and more frequent brake system inspections. For used car buyers, it is crucial to ask about the condition of the brake system. If the CR-V has low mileage and shows signs of premature brake wear, it may require more frequent brake replacements. While this is not a deal breaker, it is important to consider the additional maintenance costs when buying a used CR-V. Problem number 4. Infotainment system glitches. A frustrating issue many Honda CR-V owners, particularly from 2017 to 2019 models, have reported involves the infotainment system freezing, unresponsive touch controls, and the system randomly rebooting, sometimes while driving. These glitches are especially annoying for drivers who rely on the system for navigation, music, and hands-free communication, and they can create real safety concerns. Owners say the problems often show up after software updates, which in some cases seem to cause more trouble than they fix. In some situations, the system will not pair with smartphones properly, or it will disconnect during calls, adding both frustration and risk. Honda has responded with service bulletins and software updates to improve functionality. If the issue persists, dealers may recommend replacing the entire head unit. For used car buyers, it is crucial to confirm whether the infotainment system has been updated and whether reported problems were resolved. During the test drive, try pairing a phone, make a call, use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and test the touchscreen and audio functions. The CR-V remains a top choice for families, but these infotainment glitches are a reminder that high-tech features can cause trouble. Check the system carefully when you are considering a used model. Problem number 5. Air conditioning problems. A common issue reported by Honda CR-V owners, particularly in models from 2015 to 2017, involves problems with the air conditioning system. Many owners have noticed poor cooling performance or the air conditioning failing completely after some time. One of the most frequent complaints is the system blowing warm air, even when set to the lowest temperature. In some cases, the air conditioning works fine at first, then suddenly loses cooling efficiency or makes strange noises such as hissing or popping. For drivers in hot climates, this can be a major inconvenience. The cause typically points to a few common problems. Leaks in the refrigerant system are often to blame because refrigerant can slowly escape over time and lead to insufficient cooling. Another cause can be a faulty air conditioning compressor or clogged evaporators that disrupt airflow and cooling. Honda has acknowledged this issue in certain models and issued service bulletins recommending repairs such as recharging the refrigerant, replacing faulty compressors, or clearing blockages in the air intake system. However, some owners report the problem can reoccur, especially as the vehicle ages. For used car buyers, it is important to test the air conditioning during a test drive, particularly in warmer months, to ensure it is cooling effectively. If the system seems weak or produces unusual sounds, it could signal a more serious issue. While not necessarily a deal breaker, air conditioning problems are a reminder that even reliable vehicles like the CR-V can have persistent mechanical issues. Problem number 6. Faulty power window regulators. Another recurring problem in certain Honda CR-V models from 2015 to 2018 involves faulty power window regulators. The issue causes windows to become stuck or difficult to move, and that is especially frustrating if a window gets stuck down during a rainstorm or in very hot weather. Owners report that the power window regulators, which control the up and down movement of the windows, can fail prematurely. This typically shows up as the window moving slowly, making strange noises, or failing to move at all. In some cases, the window may even drop into the door, leaving the owner unable to close it. The problem is more common in the front windows, although some owners have reported rear window issues as well. Causes usually include broken or worn cables inside the regulator mechanism, or a malfunction in the motor that powers the window's movement. Honda has issued service bulletins recommending replacement of faulty regulators and motors. However, owners say the problem can sometimes recur after a few years, even after repairs. If you are buying a used CR-V, check the condition of every power window. Test each window during a test drive. Make sure it moves smoothly and without delay, and listen for unusual noises. While a power window regulator failure might seem minor, it can lead to costlier repairs if not addressed early. So keep this in mind when considering a used CR-V. Problem number 7. Excessive cabin noise. A problem that many Honda CR-V owners have pointed out, particularly in 2017 to 2019 models, is excessive cabin noise, especially at highway speeds. While the CR-V is generally regarded as a comfortable family SUV, many drivers report that road noise, wind noise, and engine noise are more noticeable than they would expect for a vehicle in this class. In some cases, owners describe a loud humming or droning noise that becomes increasingly prominent at speeds above 50 miles per hour. This noise can be particularly bothersome during long trips or daily commutes, especially for passengers in the rear seats. While all vehicles have some level of road or wind noise, the level in the CR-V can sometimes feel intrusive. The source of the noise can vary. It is often related to tire tread patterns, poor sealing around windows and doors, or wind turbulence around the mirrors and roofline. Some owners have also reported that the CVT transmission causes a more noticeable engine drone at higher speeds, contributing to the overall noise. Honda has made some efforts to address these issues, especially with later model years, by improving door seals and adding sound-deadening materials to certain areas. However, many drivers still find that the cabin noise is more significant than in competitors such as Toyota RAV4 or Mazda CX-5. For buyers considering a used CR-V, it is a good idea to test drive the vehicle on the highway to check for any excessive noise, particularly if you plan to use the car for long-distance travel or family trips. While the noise issue is not a deal breaker, it is something that could affect the overall driving experience. Problem number 8. Faulty rear suspension. Another issue that has come up in certain Honda CR-V models from 2015 to 2019 is related to the rear struts and shock absorbers. Many owners have reported an unusually bumpy or rough ride, even on relatively smooth roads. In some cases, the rear suspension components can begin to wear out prematurely, causing the vehicle to feel unstable or uncomfortable, especially when driving over bumps or uneven surfaces. A common symptom is excessive bouncing or a clunking noise from the rear of the vehicle. In more severe cases, drivers may notice the vehicle swaying excessively or feeling less stable during cornering, which can compromise safety and overall driving comfort. The underlying cause is often the rear shock absorbers or struts failing prematurely, which can happen after moderate to high mileage, especially if the vehicle is frequently driven over rough terrain or in areas with poor road conditions. Some CR-V owners have also reported that this issue can lead to uneven tire wear. Honda has addressed this through service bulletins and warranty extensions for certain affected vehicles. However, if components are not repaired or replaced in a timely manner, the problem can worsen and lead to additional repair costs. If you are buying a used CR-V, it is essential to inspect the rear suspension during a test drive, paying attention to any unusual noises or handling issues. While this is not a widespread problem across all CR-V models, it is still a concern to be aware of when shopping for a used model. Problem number 9. Excessive fuel consumption. An issue some Honda CR-V owners have experienced, especially in models from 2017 to 2019, is higher than expected fuel consumption. While the CR-V is marketed as a fuel-efficient compact SUV, some owners report their vehicles use more fuel than they anticipated, especially compared to EPA fuel economy ratings. Owners often note that their real-world miles per gallon can fall significantly short of the advertised figures, with many reporting as much as a 5 to 10 miles per gallon drop from the expected range. This problem seems most common with 2017 and 2018 turbocharged models, though it can affect non-turbo versions as well. The root cause can often be traced to issues with the fuel injectors, the fuel pump, or the engine management system, which may not be functioning as efficiently as they should. Dirty or clogged fuel injectors can lead to poor combustion, and that poor combustion in turn causes greater fuel use. Another factor is the continuously variable transmission in many CR-Vs, which, while providing smooth acceleration, can sometimes produce inefficient power delivery under certain driving conditions. Drivers who mostly do stop-and-go city driving or many short trips may find their CR-V burns more fuel than expected. For used car buyers, ask about the vehicle's fuel economy and check recent fuel records if possible. A fuel consumption issue might not be a deal-breaker, but it can mean higher running costs over time. Problem number 10. Power steering failure. One issue that some Honda CR-V owners have faced, particularly in models from 2000 to 2000, is power steering failure. While power steering issues are not uncommon in many vehicles, the CR-V power steering system has been known to experience premature failure, causing difficulty steering and increasing the effort required to turn the wheel, especially at low speeds. Owners have reported that the steering wheel can become stiff, or the vehicle may make a hissing noise when turning. In more severe cases, the power steering may completely fail, leaving the driver unable to steer the vehicle properly. This can be both a safety and convenience issue, particularly in urban or parking lot settings. The root cause is often related to the electric power steering pump, or a failure in the steering rack, both of which can fail prematurely in certain model years. In some cases, the issue is caused by damaged or faulty steering components, which may require costly repairs or replacements. Honda has addressed this issue with service bulletins and has offered extended warranties for affected vehicles. However, for used car buyers, it is important to check whether any repairs have been made to the steering system and to be aware of the potential for expensive repairs if the issue has not been addressed. Testing the steering during a test drive can help detect any unusual stiffness or noises. Problem number 11. Faulty door locks. A lesser-known but frustrating issue reported by Honda CR-V owners, especially in models from 2015 to 2017, involves faulty door locks. Many CR-V drivers have experienced problems with the automatic door locking system, where the doors fail to lock or unlock properly, often when using the key fob or the vehicle's central locking system. The issue typically appears as intermittent or complete failure of the locking mechanism, which can leave the vehicle insecure or difficult to enter. Some owners report that the door locks may fail to engage when the vehicle is in motion, or they may engage without warning and lock passengers inside. In some cases, the problem is caused by a faulty actuator or a worn-out lock mechanism in the door assembly. When these parts malfunction, the central locking system may not work as designed, creating both inconvenience and safety concerns. The key fob can also become unresponsive, complicating access to the vehicle. Honda has addressed this issue with service bulletins and repair solutions, such as replacing faulty actuators or lock mechanisms. However, repairs can sometimes be costly, especially if multiple doors are affected. For used car buyers, it is important to check that all doors lock and unlock properly during a test drive. If the doors are not functioning as expected, it could indicate an underlying issue that may require attention and repair. This problem, while not common, can lead to increased repair costs if left unresolved. While the Honda CR-V remains a popular choice for families and commuters because of its practicality, reliability, and comfort, it is important to recognize that no vehicle is without its flaws. From infotainment glitches to power steering failure, the CR-V has its share of issues that buyers should be aware of, especially when considering a used model. If you are looking at a used CR-V, make sure to do thorough research, check for any service records, and take the time to test drive the vehicle to catch potential problems early. Being aware of common issues like these will help you make a smarter, more informed decision. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more detailed breakdowns of common car issues, buyer tips, and reliability insights. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.